Hello and welcome back to my channel. It's been I think 2 weeks since I have uploaded, and so I did skip making a video last week. I do have a reason for that. I'm just pulling up my phone here so that I can get my Fitbit app open. But the reason, I kind of alluded to it in my last video, or maybe I just said it, I don't really remember. But I actually am now in the state of Alabama. My boyfriend and I moved from Central Ohio to Alabama last weekend, and it's been a really hectic, honestly, it's been a really hectic January. This has been something that we've been thinking about doing for, a hot second. It's my sister lives down here, her and her husband, and the opportunity kind of struck towards the tail end of last year, and everything just kind of happened and fell into place. But I'm not gonna lie, it has not been easy. Moving in general is a really stressful experience. Moving from Ohio to Alabama, from one state to another, is even more stressful. Then you add in the fact that I actually started a new job, and it's just a lot, okay? So, just take my word for it, okay? I'm not saying that anybody shouldn't do it. I'm not saying that I regret doing it. I'm just saying, it's a lot of stress that you're under, and it's just a lot, okay? So just be cognizant of that walking in if you are contemplating a move, whether it be, across town, down the street, or several states away. So last weekend was just kind of a whirlwind of having the movers come, pack up the truck, and then physically driving all of our stuff down here, and then unpacking, and then literally starting a new job the next day. It's just it's a lot. It's stressful. But that said, I definitely feel like I'm in a good spot right now. I definitely feel like this was the right thing to do. Was it hard? Yes. And I know that this doesn't have to do with weight loss necessarily. I guess kind of just a life update in some respects, but it's hard to leave what you've always known. So I grew up in Ohio. The town that we were living in, it was where I graduated high school from. So to just up and move to a state that I've visited a lot, but that I've never lived in, part of me, in hindsight, I'm I can't believe I did that, because I am a planner, I am a worrywart, and this all essentially happened in the span of 2 months, essentially. So we sold a house, and then we bought a house. So we're living in our new house, which is why you have a new background. The lighting that's actually coming in right now is natural lighting. I don't have my ring light set up quite yet, so if it's not the best lighting, my bad. But we're just gonna roll with it. So as you can imagine, with everything that's been really stressful, also being on a weight loss journey right now, you just take the stress to the next level. It's just it's right up there. So I won't lie, food has not been at the top of my priority. Even working out, this week, I've been so tired every day because last weekend was so long and I didn't really get a chance to relax. So this weekend has been the first time that I've been able to relax. So I've just been so tired. So I haven't been waking up early to work out, and I haven't had the motivation to work out at night. And I've been doing really quite well, honestly. So I guess I'm gonna do 2 check-ins. So the last time we talked, or that I filmed, so if I did not film last week, it would have been the January 8th. So to recap this year for all of you guys, I started off on January 1st at 255.6 pounds. A week later, it was January 8th, and I was at 246.4, which was, a 9.2 pound difference. So I lost almost 10 pounds in a week, and that was pretty much as I predicted, because it was a lot of water weight. It was a lot of like the first lots of pounds are fairly easy. Not easy, but like they fall off pretty quickly because your body's getting adapted to a change. So then from the 8th to the 15th, I told you guys because it was a lot of stress, what I wanted to do was lose 3 pounds. That was my goal. And I accomplished that goal. So from January 8th to January 15th, on January 15th, I weighed in at 243.2. So I lost 3.2 pounds that week. And that was with, since we were packing everything up, we were eating out a little bit more because we didn't have the things unpacked that are required to make food. So, excuse me, we were eating out. We were just, we were doing what we could. And the same has kind of held true a little bit this week, but we've honestly been able to unpack pretty well, I would say. So that was last Friday, was the 15th. And then I've kind of just been trying to be as patient with myself as possible this week. So like this week I weighed in Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and I didn't weigh in at the early part of the week at all because, like I said, we weren't really watching, and I was okay with that. Like there's a lot going on right now, so my goal for this week was just to be the same. Like that was it. Like I told myself, I'm like, okay, you accomplished your week 2 to week 3 goal. You lost 3 pounds. Now just keep it off, okay? Like just don't go like balls to the wall and gain it all back and then some, you know what I mean? Like just try and maintain. And I was able to do that. So yesterday, which was Saturday, I weighed in at 242.8. So that's actually 0.4 pound difference. I will say last night and today, I've eaten quite a bit of pizza. We watched the UFC fights last night with family, and then today has just been a lazy day. I didn't want to make anything, didn't want to go out, like I literally haven't left the house. So I've eaten a lot of pizza, like I'm not even going to deny it, and you know what, it is what it is. But my goal walking into this week is to get more on a like routine with working out now that we're down here in Alabama, be using the Peloton app at least 5 days, along with those workout, like strength training classes that they offer on the app, and really just get back into a better groove with things. So that's my goal walking into this week. Walking into this week, I would like to see myself get below 240. So even if that's 239.8, that's my goal walking into this week. So that's losing about 2.8 pounds. Which I think is doable, and I'm kind of excited about it, honestly, because that'll mean if I can accomplish that, then in January alone that I'll have lost over 15 pounds, which is exciting because when I first started this journey, I had talked with you guys a little bit about it. My goal was to lose, and is to lose 5 pounds a month, so I'll pretty much have doubled my goal for the month of January, which is just, or I'm sorry, that's not even double, that's triple. So that's really exciting to think about. And, it's progress. You're not, the thing that I have to be really mindful of as I restart this journey, and unfortunately that's what it is, it's restarting for me, because if you've watched my first video, you know that I've been through this all before. I lost 70 pounds before, and then I gained essentially 40, really 50 of it back, 55 pounds. And that was all really due to the pandemic and to the depression that I was facing and dealing with last year. And, I really just have to be patient with myself because it is a journey and there's so much that goes into it mentally, physically, and emotionally. Like you really have to be very patient with yourself as you're going through this process because it takes a lot out of you. There's a lot of moments where I'm just like, no, I don't feel strong. I don't feel like I want to do it anymore. Like, it's a lot, okay? So, I hope that nobody thinks walking into a weight loss journey, like, this is easy, and the fact that I've been able to lose 15 pounds this month is easy. Honestly, the fact that I've been able to lose that much weight this month is astonishing to me also because of how stressed I've been. Like, there have been so many tears this month and just like not knowing if things were going to work out because, things just all had to fall into place at the right time. And it has been it has been so stressful. So I definitely don't take it lightly what I've been able to accomplish. I haven't, because I am working from home right now, even with the new position, I haven't been wearing like not stretchy clothes, to be honest with you guys. So I haven't really noticed a huge change in how clothes fit or anything like that, because pretty much everything I wear has an elastic waistband. I will say I tried on a pair of pants that used to fit and that still don't fit, unfortunately. So that is, it's not a good feeling. Just being entirely transparent, but I know that I'll get there. But I'm gonna probably have to go shopping here soon to get some clothes that will fit for work. So I'm not looking forward to it, because it's just I hate shopping anyway. I've always been a bigger girl and I'm tall, so finding things that work well for me has always been a struggle. And then you add on the fact that I'm not the same size that I was the last time I went shopping, and it's hard not to break down and be sad and dwell on your emotions and eat your feelings away. So I'm trying to stay positive and just chug along as much as I can. So a couple things that I did want to note. I do feel, when I'm eating well, I do feel good. Like your body, there's energy that you have that's a little bit different. After a workout, like on the bike, it feels good. So that's something that has been nice to have this month, because after so many months of just like not giving a shit about what I ate or what I was putting into my body, to be cognizant of what I'm eating this month, I feel good. Like even right now, I don't feel very good, just being entirely transparent, because I've had so much pizza and junk food between yesterday night and today. So, like I know I'll be fine tomorrow, and I'll get on it. Like I'm not worried about last night and today making like this crazy detrimental shift. Something that I am going to do is I'm going to make sure that I'm eating a lot of water, because pizza has a lot of sodium in it, so it's very easy to get like bloated and to retain a lot of water weight. So I'm just going to drink a lot of water, and tomorrow's a new day. Like I'm not going to be beating myself up about it at all. Like just being very 100% honest. I've done it before. I'm just not going to do it. Let's see. Oh, my heart rate. So I have a Fitbit. I love my Fitbit. And one of the things that I have always been very cognizant of is my resting heart rate, and that's because I do have a heart condition. It's not like an active heart condition in the sense of like it affects me every day, but I have something that's called SVT, which stands for supraventricular tachycardia. Essentially, a couple of years back, I don't even remember how many years now, I was in college. I'm not even going to try. But I was twice my sophomore year, I think, of college. I had heart episodes where my heart was just racing, and the second one, I actually ended up going to the emergency room because my heart got up to 250 beats per minute and did not stop for over an hour. So we got it all figured out and everything. I'm not on any like medication or anything like that, but essentially the reason that like what had happened to trigger that, it's a heart condition, something that I always had, but what I did to trigger that was I hadn't been working out for a really long time, like several weeks, and then that day that the second episode happened, I had a military ROTC PT lab, and it was just like going from doing literally nothing to going from really exerting yourself, and my body was like, absolutely not. So that's the why of what triggered that episode. But that's something that I am mindful of now, is my heart rate. Typically women's heart rates are higher than men's, but then my heart rate in general is typically pretty low. So I remember in college, like I even got it down to like 49 beats per minute, and that's when you're really healthy. So your heart rate does have to do with your like how healthy you are, what you're eating, your level of activity, primarily really your level of activity. However, certain foods do trigger it. So my heart rate increased from yesterday to today by a beat, 1 beat per minute when it's resting, and I know that the reason is because I had pizza and I had alcohol. Alcohol is a big trigger for it, so like that's just something I'm aware of. However, on the 1st of the year, my resting heart rate was 65 beats per minute, which is pretty high for me, to just being entirely honest, that's pretty high. As of today, it's 57 beats per minute. I had been stagnant about 55 to 56. However, the lowest I've gotten, and I maintained this for about 5 days, was 54 beats per minute. My goal is to be somewhere right around 52, 53 beats per minute, because that's a really good, healthy resting heart rate. So, but I think it's really nice too that I can see when I start essentially to give a shit about my health, when I eat right, when I'm exercising, my heart rate responds almost immediately. Like you can see a pretty significant decline in my heart rate when I'm on the right track. And so like this just really reaffirms for me that I'm doing good things for my body, which is good. So, so like I said, this week goals walking into it are to at least work out on the bike 5 days a week and do at least 3 days of those strength training classes with the Peloton app, and then to get under 240 pounds. So I think those are very reasonable goals, and I'm excited to knock them out of the park. Fingers crossed that I can, and if I can't, you know what, I'm human, and the next day will still come, and I'm just going to keep chugging along. But I wanted to update you guys, and I'm sorry that I did not update last week, but hopefully we'll get right back on track with everything starting this week again, now that things have calmed down pretty significantly. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I am very interested to see how your guys' weight loss journeys are going. Definitely leave some information in the comments just so that we can follow each other along and root each other on, and stay positive for one another, because sometimes it's hard to stay positive by yourself. So I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your weekend, and I will talk to you guys next week. Okay, bye.